Pass rolling to his right. They throw it. The in route to Tanner. Steck makes the catch. Steck dives for the pylon. Touchdown!
Up by the Nuggets and an attack. That'll go for a kill from Anastier.
LaMoure looks for a block, makes a man miss at the 5. End zone touchdown. Swirls. Sets up middle. Jensen for the exclamation point kill.
30, the 20, the 15, the 10, and an 85-yard touchdown run for Landon Olsen.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday evening from the Raider Dome in Tower City. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show here tonight between a pair of non-region foes in the Region 3 LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos making their way to Tower City, tangling with Region 1 opponent and the hometown squad in the Maple River Raiders. Again, Irie Insurance, get the insurance protection you want with customer service where you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote. Taking a look at the visiting Lobos first here on the season. They've been very busy before ending up with the Labor Day weekend. So far, 6 wins and 2 losses on the year here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. They have their 2 losses to the defending champ in Northern Cass, losing in the Northern Cass Invitational to the Jags 2-0 in just a 3-set tournament. And then they also lost to Lytton HMB in 5, last year's runner-up. So they've already played the 2 teams who made it to the championship last year. So far for the Lobos, wins over Northern Cass JV, Hatton Northwood, Drayton Valley, Edinburgh, Hillsborough Central Valley, Weimar Lidgewood, and Napoleon Gackle Streeter. After tonight for Coach Jill Dunn and the Lobos, they will host the Oaks Tornadoes on Thursday before heading to the Volleyball in the Valley, the Volley in the Valley tournament in Castleton. That'll be on Saturday. Numerous teams heading to Castleton over the weekend. 6 wins, 2 losses again here for Coach Jill Dunn and the Lobos. On the opposite side for Craig Poole and the Maple River Raiders, they've had just 1 contest so far this year, defeating Barnes County North in Page a week ago today on August the 29th. After tonight for Maple River, they will host Lisbon on Tuesday, or host Lisbon on Thursday for a Region 1 contest. We'll have that for you 48 hours from now right here in the Raider Dome, and then they'll travel to Central Cass a week from today for their first road matchup, also a game on YourLiveEvent.com. For more information throughout this upcoming fall, and once we get into the winter season and the spring, again, go to that website, YourLiveEvent.com. You can subscribe on our YouTube channel and more. And well, we got a new story to tell you, a little bit of breaking news coming in here to our broadcast this evening. If you're a volleyball fan wondering when and or if the 3-class system would ever come to high school volleyball in North Dakota, well, it's coming in 2025 as the North Dakota High School Activities Association has approved a 3-class system for volleyball beginning 2 years from today. So this will be similar with 3 classes for basketball starting up this winter. The North Dakota State Volleyball Tournament Class A and B going to take place at the Fargo Dome this November. We'll hear more from the executive director of the High School Activities Association in North Dakota, Matt Fetch, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on Your Live Event with our Your Live Event Coaches Show. So make sure you stay tuned for that conversation about 24 hours from now tomorrow night. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on as well. 3 classes again coming to volleyball in North Dakota. That'll be in 2025. We'll take a quick break on our Irie Insurance pregame show. When we come back, it's our Coach's Corner. We'll hear from Jill Dunn from the Lobos, also Craig Poole from the Maple River Raiders. That's all before the starting lineups and the opening serve here tonight in Tower City. Also a non-region contest going on in Kindred on YourLiveEvent.com this evening on the North Dakota side of the border, featuring the Hillsborough Central Valley Burros and the Kindred Vikings. Jake Berkemeyer will be on the call for you in that one in Kindred. We're back after this here on our Irie Insurance pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
As we continue on our Irie Insurance pregame show here today from Tower City, it's the Lobos and the Raiders. Joining us now is LLM head coach, that is Jill Dunn. And Jill, a lot of volleyball as you got ready through this Labor Day weekend so far. You've had 8 matches, a 6-2 record. What have you liked about your team so far in the first couple weeks of the season?
I guess I would say their hard work ethic. They've really come to play and don't give up, I guess. We played some tough teams and we came out strong and didn't hold anything back, so that was good to see to start off the season. As you kind of get into late September, early October, once you get more into district and Region 3 play, who are going to be a couple of goals that you're going to rely on to kind of make that push, so to speak, before you get to the postseason? I'd say Bailey Kelly, Tessa Rasmussen, and Savannah Steffes. Bailey is kind of needs to be an all-around player for us. She's our setter, but we also need her in the front row as one of our primary hitters and blockers. Tessa is also she's one of our better passers, so serve receive is key for us to get our good passes up, and then she's also one of our go-to hitters. And then Savannah Steffes, she's just an animal in the back row for us. We really rely on her to make some really good defensive plays for us and serve receive as well. And anytime you play in volleyball, you're never sure what the gym's going to look like in terms of a ceiling. And the Raider Dome always notorious of having to have good passes. So what's another key tonight here against a non-region opponent in Maple River, Jill? Yes, another key here would be to be extremely disciplined in our passing. We don't play in a lot of low ceiling gym spaces, so this is kind of a battle for us sometimes. We just gotta stay focused and disciplined in our passing, so that we don't do any extra. It doesn't need to go higher than it needs to. Hey, Jill, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here tonight and throughout the season. Okay, thank you. That again, Lobos head coach Jill Dunn. We're back after this on your liveevent.com.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public, located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offers annual memberships for singles and families, also college memberships, first-time memberships, and outside 30-mile radius of Hillsboro membership available as well. Men's Day is Wednesday, Ladies' Day is Tuesday. You can learn more about getting on the Goose River Golf Club, GooseRiverGolfClub.com.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley school districts. If you're interested in an egg loan, real estate, consumer, or commercial loan, Hometown Community Bank can serve you. Give Dwight a call at either branch location in Page or Fingal. Ask Janine about the competitive certificates of deposit or money market rates. Hometown Community Bank is a community bank and proud of the communities they serve, and they wish the best of luck to the Maple River Raiders for many years moving forward with the co-op. Hometown Community Bank is a member of the FDIC.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
From the Raider Dome here today in Tower City, it's Class B volleyball between the Maple River Raiders and LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos coming into town. And joining us now from Maple River, that's their head coach, Craig Poole. And Craig, first and foremost, good to see you again. And number two, it's crazy to think we're already past Labor Day weekend, which means from a volleyball perspective, there's a lot of games coming at you in a short amount of time. Nice win against Barnes County North. You're going to go up against a stiff competition here tonight with the Lobos. But with one match and a ton of practices, what have you seen from your team here, Craig?
I'm seeing a lot of things. You know, we lost a couple of key girls last year, but we've had some that have really stepped up in practice, performing well. Where we're going to be kind of tweaking the roster a little bit with a couple of them, because I've seen some girls do some amazing things, and it's time to give them a little bit of an opportunity, especially before we start, the regional play.
And then I know a couple of girls just from last year that was part of your varsity rotation. Kiana was part of it. Bree was part of it. Hannig Addison was part of it. So as much as you did lose someone like a Chloe Wedge, for example, there is still a good core of varsity players that have came back on. So what are those players who played at that level? What do you expect from them early on this season?
The thing is they just keep building their confidence. Like right now, most of them that you mentioned are basically juniors. So, they've had some experience, and it's time that, they kind of take it upon themselves to step up. Addison Hannig, too, just she's amazing. We got her playing all the way around. Earlier this year, it talked about a couple of positions if she wanted to play, and she was either willing to put, she's a 6-footer. She said, I'll play either outside or libero. And I'm going, she could. She really could.
And then I know not the great thing with the floor and everything that happened inside the Raider Dome, but the nice thing is, gosh, it looks really nice in here, and it even looks a little bit bigger. Craig, how does it look from you from practice and now getting ready for game action?
Well, it opened it up quite a bit, and then, too, we were able to put in some extra standards so we can get everybody, carrying 32 kids, you don't want them just sitting on one net. So we've got that option open, and we haven't had as many practices here yet as we'd like, because we got to get used to this lower ceiling. And because that should be a home court advantage.
And then going up against the Lobos here, they're always a really good team out of Region 3, always a state tournament kind of team that can make a run into November. So what are you going to see from a really quality opponent here, Craig? What will be a challenge later tonight?
Defensively, the Lobos always been incredibly tough. That's been their strength even when they were winning this state tournament. I just remember we could not find a spot to put the ball down on them before. They got a couple of senior, I think, outside hitters that are looking pretty good. I was trying to catch the height on them, but they didn't have that entered, so I don't really know. But, again, you got tradition behind you. It's something that's hard to break.
Final thing from you, Craig, from your point of view here for the home opener, as you mentioned, in Tower City, just as the first couple weeks come along here, what's going to be a strength of this year's Maple River team? When someone comes out and watch Maple River volleyball, what do you want them to take away when they go home and say, all right, that was a quality club, what are you looking for?
One of the things that I think has been a key is the fact that we have been an excellent serving team. And then, of course, when we're serving on each other every night in practice, that should help our serve-receive quite a bit. And then we're, getting our younger setter, Brielle is proven, she can do a lot. But getting Hallie involved with it, she's for a sophomore, she's got a lot of confidence, and she's got some girls that can put the ball down for her, too. It really helps.
Craig, thanks so much for your time. Good to see you again, and best of luck here tonight and throughout the season.
You bet. Thank you.
We'll continue on our IRA Insurance pregame show after this from the Raider Dome.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Mother Nature can strike at any time, and IRE Insurance is here to help. Experience the difference with IRE. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
Home insurance, auto insurance, crop insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Go to IRIEinsurance.com to get a free quote.
Final segment on our Irie Insurance pregame show here from the Raider Dome. Inside the Raider Dome, it is hot, it is muggy with the weather that we had over the weekend, scorching about the 90s across the state of North Dakota. Then some rain showers have been matriculating themselves throughout the outer evenings into now the early evening from last night here to tonight. So it has that muggy feel when you walk into the Raider Dome gym here this evening here in Tower City. For LaMoure-Litchville, Marion, the Lobos 6-2 on the season. They have yet to play a District 5 contest. Again, difference between Region 3 and Region 1. Region 1 is a super region. Region 3 still have district play to get to your region tournament. While in Region 1, everybody makes it. It's just a matter of who's a top seed that earns a bye to the quarterfinals. State tournament this year will be at the Fargodome Thursday, November the 16th through November the 18th. So that's where all roads lead to this season. Last year's state volleyball champ Northern Cass won it in 5 over Lytton HMB, the first Region 1 volleyball champion since the Jags won it in 2013. At one point, Region 1 was rolling with 3 separate teams, Central Cass in 11, Kindred in 2012, and Northern Cass in 2013. Don't count the Lobos out. They had a nice run as well in 15, 16, and 17. Last year, the Lobos won a state title, was in 2017, sweeping the Thompson Tommies. That, again, is our look on our pregame show. Again, the latest news in the state of North Dakota for volleyball. The North Dakota High School Activities Association has approved a 3-class system for the 2025 season. Very similar to 3-class system in basketball. Only difference is instead of starting next year, as basketball is starting this coming winter, it'll be this year, and then next year will be the final class. In 2024 will be the final year of a 2-class system. So we'll keep you apprised of that and more coming up around the corner. That does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by our friends at Irie Insurance. Go to IRIEinsurance.com to get a free quote. Coming up today, when we come back after this, it's the starting lineups and the opening serve from Tower City. It's the Lobos and the Raiders on a Tuesday night here on YourLiveEvent.com.
LaMoure Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of Milwaukee tools, from M18 fuel impact wrenches, new cordless 70K BTU heaters, chainsaws, and more. There's over 250 Milwaukee tools to choose from. Plus, browse their sweet pickin' section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. LaMoure Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more info on all the services LaMoure Hardware offers, go online to LaMoureHardware.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Maple Valley Parents is a nonprofit organization whose main purpose is to promote, encourage, and support the Maple Valley students, teachers, and staff. MVP strives to strengthen and enhance the educational and social environment of the Maple Valley School District by providing opportunities for students, teachers, and parents to learn, socialize, communicate, and grow together. MVP Group welcomes anyone to join them in their mission. If you'd like to get involved or see upcoming events, check out the Maple Valley Parents Facebook page.
The Maple Valley School District is moving forward with the plan to build a new pre-K classroom, community fitness center, and gymnasium with locker rooms. The classroom will provide more space for a growing pre-K program. The fitness center will provide opportunities to benefit all Maple Valley communities, and the gym will allow more opportunities for all activities of the Maple River Co-op. Plus, the plan is to build with no new taxes. Contact the business manager to see how you can help make this a reality today at 701-749-2570.
As we get ready for the starting lineups here, I'm Chase Miller inside the Raider Dome for the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos. They'll go like this. Mia Van Eden, a sophomore setter and can play defensive specialist. Izzy Miller, the senior opposite outside hitter. Savannah Steffes, the junior libero here tonight. Addison Waldy, the junior opposite hitter. Tessa Rasmussen, a senior outside hitter. Bailey Kelly, a junior setter, also can play opposite. Then a pair of Delabars, the sophomore Nora and the freshman Julia here for the Lobos. 6 wins, 2 losses on the season. Head coach in her 4th year by Jill Dunn here for the Lobos. Now let's go to the Maple River Raiders as they get to their starting lineups here. Head coach by Craig Poole at 1-0 on this season. They'll go like this. At a senior libero, she is Kiana Leerud. Kiana here, a senior at 5'3". From there, another senior at 5'8", outside hitter. She is Iris Richmond. Richmond, a senior. You have Hallie Bassett, the sophomore setter at 5'5". Bree Caloran, Brielle, the full Bree for short, the junior at 5'10". Morgan Wilm, the junior middle hitter at 5'9". Good to see Addison Hannig out there smiling again, the junior outside hitter at 6'1". And Stella Satrum, the junior middle hitter at 6'3" here for the Raiders. The Raiders 1-0 on the season. Let's take a look ahead for both teams after tonight. For the Lobos, they will host Oaks coming up on Thursday before heading to the Volley in the Valley tournament in Castleton this weekend on Saturday. Well, for the Maple River Raiders after tonight, they will host Lisbon in a Region 1 contest, the Region 1 opener for the Raiders, 48 hours from now here inside the Raider Dome before traveling to Central Cass next week. We'll have those games for you right here on yourliveevent.com. Rally scoring up to 25, win by 2 sets 1 through 4. Then if we get to a decisive set number 5, that will go to 15. Also win by 2. From the Raider Dome here tonight in Tower City, nicely looking new floor as well, and they're working on their new gymnasium here. They will still have this for a practice gym, also to have their recitals in terms of band, choir, and everything else with this stage. But next year when you come out to Tower City, there will be some new digs to enjoy some basketball and volleyball throughout the season. The Lobos out of Region 3, Maple River out of Region 1, as they've already played a handful of games from a Lobo point of view, opening up the season at the Northern Cass Invitational, making it to the championship before losing to eventual champ in Northern Cass. Well, for the Raiders, this is just their 2nd volleyball match of the year. The Lobos will be starting things off from the service line on the far side of the court in their black uniforms, except for their libero here in Savannah Steffes. And starting things off is Bailey Kelly as we're underway at 7:29 on a Tuesday night. Hannig trying to get this one dig, leaves it up. Statrum gets it over the net on the 3rd. Here comes the Lobos. They go outside. Delabar off the double block, and Kiana does a good job keeping that one up for a dig. Outside again, Delabar for the tip. This one comes across now to the Lobo point of view. Quick action early here in our opening point on our City of Hope scoreboard. Back set, Caloran down the line. That'll be out, and the point is awarded here to the visitors in LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos. Some quick volleyball action, though, here in point number 1 is coming back on to serve is Bailey Kelly. The junior setter here will hit one down the line. Richmond there with the dig. This one comes up 10-foot line. Caloran hits it into the net, and back-to-back points now awarded here to the Lobos. Volleyball match, again, another non-region contest, so it continues to allow you to tweak some things if you're both Coach Poole and Coach Dunn throughout this particular contest. If you do want to try a new lineup, as Richmond hits this one over on the 3rd. Steffes with the bump into the back, up and over for the kill. Tessa Rasmussen from the back row makes it 3-0 Lobos. Lobos always a quality opponent when it comes to volleyball here in the state of North Dakota. When you think of Class B, they've had some talent by the last name of Holman through the years making its way through, and they got talent on this year's squad as well. This one gets pushed over on the 3rd by Delabar. Here comes a set outside. Richmond off the double block, kept alive by Rasmussen. Outside Delabar with another chance, no touch at the net. There was not on Nora's hit. And for the first time tonight, the Maple River Raiders will be at the service line. As we have a substitution coming in the game now off the switch is Sydney Hyam, also a setter here. And she'll be coming in for Haley Bassett. Running jump serve by Kaloran. The Lobos will get this one over on the third with Miller. Satcham gets a nice little 1-2 action, and we'll have a point awarded, but we're going to get a net here by the seniors, so it will go to the Lobos. Would have been a kill otherwise, but Stella just got into the net, and the Lobos regain the advantage now at 4-1. Matches their largest lead early on here in set number 1 as Delabar comes on to serve. Kaloran set outside, up and over is Hyam. As this will go to the outside now, down the line for a rip shot kill. Tessa Rasmussen gets her second one of the evening to lead the floor for the Lobos. It's now 5-1 in favor of LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Service with Nora Delabar, the older sister here. Kaloran set middle. Satcham, good-looking spot as that one ricochets off the ceiling and right on cue for Coach Poole and Coach Dunn. We mentioned about the ceiling factor here in Tower City, going to be one of the tighter volleyball courts that you will play on throughout the year. So if you have a little errant pass and it goes up, not to the side, you could be playing Plinko rather quickly. Esther will come on here to serve for the Raiders, and she gets the point at 5-3. So Steinke will come on here as Esther, the senior. Defensive specialist here at 5'1", goes to the libero outside. Hit coming across. Kiana does a good job keeping that one up. Now it's Hannig at the 10-foot line as she will play all 6 spots with Kaloran as well this season. Down the line off the top of the ribbon for the kill for the Lobos. And Tessa Rasmussen earns her 3rd kill of the match. Now 6-3 LLM. Service upcoming here with Izzy Miller, no relation. The senior opposite here for the Lobos. Back set, Satcham for the kill. Stella gets her second, give the assist to Kaloran, and now the Maple River Raiders have found a little balance here in this first set. City Hope Work and Play in Hope, North Dakota. From job listings and housing options, search hopeND.com. Kiana on to serve. This one goes into the back middle. That goes to Nora Delabar, setting it up as they push it over with Rasmussen. Quick passing here to Hannig off the block for the kill. One-on-one went off of Julia's left mitt, and Hannig earns the point here for the Raiders. Maple River with a chance to tie now here in set number 1. Kiana continues to serve. Good-looking serve. Delabar with a dig. This one gets set. Rasmussen then pushes it over on the third. Esther covers some ground. Bree pushes this one up, and they got a volleyed over on the third. A chance for Lobos to use it. Backs it as they go, and a block. Hannig earns the block with one-on-one with Addison Waldy. And Addison Hannig earns the block and the point. It's now tied at 6. Our first tie of the night. Good one brewing so far early. Here from the Raider Dome. Kiana, little knuckle serve. Rasmussen does Delabar does a good job contending with that pass. Kaloran looking for the dump kill. Hits the top of the net. Lobos, they'll push it outside, get it over on the third with Rasmussen for the kill. So Tessa has 4 of those tonight here for the Lobos as it's now 7-6. Substitution as Waldy will check out. Going to the service line is Mia Van Eden, the sophomore, to the line. And that'll be the first one into the net from the service line here as we're knotted back up at 7. First service there of the night for the Lobos. Haley Bissett, the sophomore at 5'5", to the line now for the Raiders. This will come middle, back set on the way, push back right corner. Oh, what a spot. You could have put a 2x2 on that one. That was a perfect executed play upcoming here by the Lobos, and guess who? The senior in Tessa Rasmussen. Just a really good spot. Again, you don't need to hit it 100 miles an hour. Just find where the defense isn't. Kaloran looking to match for a tip. This one comes across. How about the play by Van Eden, though, keeping that ball up, and then the Raiders have a double hit. Hannig and Kaloran were going for the same volleyball. The problem was they were unable to get it over the net. So now a couple points in a row here for the Lobos. But Lobos led 5-1. The Raiders have found their footing here now. Its switch team will get back on or run the other way. Esther with the dig. This one has to come across on the third. It does here with Morgan Wilm. Lobos push it outside. Delabar tip and score. Nora throws a little bit of a change up there at the net. Now 10-7. Lobos on to serve here with Rasmussen. part of 3 seniors on this year's club for the Lobos, and they get the ace. Tessa Rasmussen with her first one of the night, 11-7. We'll see if Craig Poole wants a timeout. We'll break with them here in set number 1 on our City of Hope scoreboard. It's the visiting Lobos 11, the hometown Raiders 7 here on your liveevent.com.
It was October 1st, 2009. We needed some machinery for the farm. We decided to see if we could become a dealer, and that's kind of grown into what it's been today.
We offer basically anything short line. Seed tenders, fertilizer spreaders, sprayers. We can really set ourselves apart by the knowledge we have in those things, by the amount of units we have on hand at all times.
I just have a passion for helping people, getting to know people. It just becomes a lot of fun.
As we continue here on yourliveevent.com, let's do a little first set recap here early on here for the Lobos. The story is Tessa Rasmussen, 5 kills and an ace for the Maple River Raiders. Stella Statrom with 2 kills so far, and there you have a kill and a block here for Addison Hanig here for the Raiders. So after the timeout by Coach Poole, they'll have 1 remaining in their back pocket. Service coming here for Rasmussen. LaMoure trying to get this one across. They do then on the third with Kaloran to the outside. Nora Delabar up and over. Kiana does a good job covering. Back set. Bree down the line for the hammering right-fisted kill. Kaloran with the point here for the Raiders as they're back within 3. Quick volleyball action so far here tonight inside the Raider Dome. Quick offense, good passing, fairly crisp here for the first week of September. As Hanig is on to serve. Rasmussen with the dig. Lobos get this one across on the third as they do with Kelly. And Bree Kaloran matches with a third on the volley. Van Eden set outside. Delabar muscles it over with her left hand. Very Michael Jordan-esque in terms of volleyball. Going up with her right, but then off balance. Able to change with the left hand. Give Van Eden the assist and give Nora the kill, her second of the match. Kiana, and that'll be an ace. 13-8 right now in favor of the Lobos. Savannah Steffes with the point. Lobos right now on a little bit of a run. The Raiders need a point. Back set, Kaloran, tip, and that'll be a kill. So Bree with the answer. That's her second kill of the set. Now 13-9. Satrom will check in on the front. Going to the service line will be Morgan Wilm here, the junior middle hitter at 5'9". Morgan comes on here. Rasmussen in the back with the dig. Van Eden pushes it. Miller off her back right heel. Gets it over on the third. Raiders outside. Richmond one-on-one cross court for the kill. Iris Richmond off the left fist there of Rasmussen. Makes it now 13-10. Service continues by Wilm. Rasmussen with the dig. Van Eden back set coming. Lobos down the line. Hanig with a good hit on the third as they're able to get it over then eventually by Richmond. Kelly with another opportunity goes cross court and she finishes that one off. Haley Bassett was trying to keep that one up, unable to do so, and the Lobos get Bailey Kelly in the kill column here in the first set. This will be a service by the aforementioned Bailey here, the junior. Richmond gets down to a knee but sets it up for Delabar for the points. Nora Delabar with her third of the match. It's now 15-10 Lobos. Third kill here for this sophomore. She's had a couple of really good, I'll tee them up if you will, just with a bad pass from the Raider perspective. Raiders down by 5. Lobos trying to put this first set to bed here, tied at the net. This will come on the side and be a point here for the Raiders. That's a little bit of a smile there for Hanig as she gets the dig and eventually earns the point. Talking about the net, that time it goes in favor of Maple River. Kaloran on to serve. Bree with a running jump serve. That'll go all the way back, and that'll be the first service error here for the Raiders. So make it now 16-11. Both teams with one in that category early in the first set. Delabar to serve. Kiana, Bree, set up middle. Satrom kept alive by Steffes. The Lobos then unable to get this one across, but really quick offense there. Give the assist on that way by Kaloran. 16-12. Service upcoming here for Maple River with Esther. Steinke with a running jump serve, back right corner. Rasmussen is there. She'll have an opportunity at this one into the net, and here comes Maple River trailing it by 3. Lobos with 2 timeouts remaining in this first set. Maple River, they have 1. Service by the Raiders, just over the line. Steffes gets down to a knee, backs it on the way. Miller gets blocked at the net by Hanig. Set up Kelly outside. Rasmussen up and over, but we're going to have a net violation, I believe, here. We will. Net violation on Maple River. Point will be awarded to the Lobos, and they will get it right back. Miller on to serve in the back middle. Hanig with the dig. Bree outside, Addison down the line, and this one might be a lift or a double hit. No, instead, it'll be a net violation. So 18-13, and just a couple of mental miscues now for the Raiders has ballooned this lead up to 5. Service, Hester, nice little pass as that goes to Kaloran, and Satcham muscles it over with her right fist. The Lobos, Rasmussen goes cross court out of play. No touch at the net, and the Raiders earn the side out. 18-14 in favor of LaMoure-Litchville Marion. The Lobos trying to improve to 7-2 on the season. This is just their second fifth setter that could go, as they played all 3 setters at Northern Cass earlier, while for Maple River, this is just their second volleyball match of the year. Maple River, Kaloran passes it outside. Hanig off the top of the block here of Julia Delabar for the kill. Addison Hanig with her third. Give Kaloran the assist on the way, and back to a 3-point margin now for LLM. Lobos getting ready for the Oaks Tornadoes coming up here on Thursday. Well, for the Raiders, they will have a region game, and that one's going to be in. An ace on the way for Kiana Leroux. Make it now 18-16. As we mentioned, the Raiders will host the Lisbon Broncos upcoming on Thursday. Raiders to serve again. That'll be into the net. And the Lobos earn the point. LLM 6 points away from grabbing set number 1 that started 14 minutes ago here in Tower City. Service by the Lobos. Van Eden with the ace. That'll be the third different Lobo with an ace here in set number 1. And the Lobos right now with Mia Van Eden, that sophomore, a knuckler kind of a serve off of Hanig. She'll go to the opposite side. Leroux with the dig. Kaloran. This one will get hit over on the third here by Hyam. Into the middle, Lobos got a talk. They fortunately get it across with Rasmussen. Bree outside one-on-one. Hanig for the kill. That one over Kelly for the point. Hanig with her 4th of the match. As Maple River will be coming on to serve. As Haley will come on. That will be into the middle. Steffes almost graces the ceiling. Kelly with a push and a really good spot as that one's in. I just didn't see anybody covering that line. Got a little bit too much in rhythm to go to the middle. And Bailey Kelly will get her 2nd kill of the match. Lobos to serve here with Rasmussen. That one just knuckles down and a rainbow finds gold. Rasmussen with her 2nd ace of the match. And so for the Lobos with 4 in that category as they lead it now 22-17. We're back after this on our City of Hope scoreboard.
Bits. I'm confident on and off the field. And when it's time for college, I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
I'm Doug Gray. I'm confident during the performance and when it's time for college. I'm confident Bank of North Dakota will help me make good student loan decisions. Visit bnd.nd.gov/confident.
Here on YourLiveEvent.com, make sure you stay tuned for our first set recap, as that will be coming up here in a moment. Also, with that first set recap, we'll get to an opportunity to kind of let you know what's all going on a little bit within the school district here of the Maple Valley and alongside the Hope Page School District. Also get you set for what's coming up on YourLiveEvent.com this week and more. Service, though, right now for Rasmussen as The whistle was never put into play to make sure we were good to go as they were taking a look at the rotation for both teams. Here's the whistle as Rasmussen will come back. Kiana with the pass. That'll come up middle, push back left corner on the way for Morgan Wilm. Now it's Rasmussen back row. Kiana keeps it alive. Esther to Hanig, 10-foot line, back left corner. Steffes does a good job covering Van Eden. This will be out of play on the hit by Nora Delabar. Didn't miss it by much, though, going cross court on the shot. Rangers looking for a little bit of a run right now. Lobos looking to put 3 points on the board and take set number 1. Hanig to serve. Steffes with the dig. The Lobos, Rasmussen back row goes to the opposite back row, and Hanig. Here comes Richmond up and over on the hit there by Iris. Lobos middle, one-on-one. Kelly for the kill. Bailey Kelly with her third of the set. It's been balanced. 5 kills for Rasmussen, 3 by Nora Delabar, and 3 by Bailey Kelly here for the Lobos. Service upcoming for Steffes. Hanig. This will be set middle, one-on-one opportunity, no touch at the net. There was nothing after the hit there by Wilm and the set by Bassett. It's now set point here for the Lobos. I was looking to take set number 1 here on the road with Steffes at the service line, and that'll be an errant serve. Lobos with 2, Maple River with 2, but the Raiders will need 5 more points here to force extras, if you will, here in set 1, at least. Van Eden set outside Miller with the pushover on this third. Good job getting that one across here by Bassett. Miller just misses off the hand of Trum. They got a volleyed over on the third with Steffes. They do a chance for the Raiders. Back set, here's Kaloran into the net, and that'll take it for set number 1. Set number 1 goes in favor here of the Maple River Raiders, falling in set number 1 as LaMoure-Litchville Marion takes the first set by 6. We're back after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
The 2023 R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is now available in digital format. You can view the 2023 Fall Sports Guide online and on mobile by visiting rnjbroadcasting.com and clicking on the Sports Guide link. View schedules, coaches' bios, and see plenty of photos and tidbits to get ready for the fall sports seasons. The R&J Sports Fall Sports Guide is now online and available at rnjbroadcasting.com.
It's cleaner with Gleaner. Gleaner Combines from Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. Have you been seeing the demonstrations of these Gleaner Combines? Check with Chuck or Neil for details at Ziegler Ag Equipment. New trade-ins at Ziegler Ag Equipment, 31-foot Borgo, chisel plow with 3-bar harrow, just in S205 Melrose Bobcat, local trade, 1,580 hours. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing and more information. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada, 218-784-2961.
On our City of Hope scoreboard in set number 1 goes to the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos here, 25-19. Take a look at that first set recap. Tessa Rasmussen with 5 kills to lead the way for the Lobos, and then she also had 2 aces to lead them in that category. For Maple River, 3 make that 4 blocks by Addison Hanig. She also had a block. Kiana Lee-Rude and Esther all with 1 ace as well here for the Raiders. So the Raiders fall short in set number 1. The Lobos pick up the 25-19 win, tied at 6, tied at 7. Lobos got it going, then got up 16-11 at one point and never relinquished the lead once they got up by that many points. First set that took just under 20 minutes. So for the Lobos' point of view, try to take set number 2 here and see if you can sweep from a Maple River point of view. I got some work to do in front of you now here into the second and the third. Again, a warm, muggy kind of an evening here inside the Raider Dome with the outside weather. In terms of the humidity and mugginess from the weekend into tonight, looks like a much cooler in terms of temperature kind of week for the Raiders. We'll have their volleyball match on Thursday, then football as they welcome LaMoure, the Polar Bears, to Hope coming up on Friday. As they get everything slated to go, Kiana gets this second set underway. Tessa Rasmussen with it in the back row. Here comes Kelly. Does a nice job cross court right in front of Hannig in the back for the kill. So far been very impressed with the line play here of the Lobos. In terms of Rasmussen, Kelly, Delabar, they can all find a way to hit it, and they can hit it hard, including Izzy Miller in the front as well. Set outside Richmond. That'll be out of play. If you're a Maple River, in terms of the hits, you don't like some of the mishits so far from a Maple River point of view. That goes out of play. They don't force the defense to try to keep that ball going. Service on the way here with Kelly. That one will drop down right in front of Kiana Leroux. Back set here, Kaloran. This will go off of Steffes for the kill. So Kaloran here, she gets her third kill of the match. Give the assists there by Bissett. And now it'll be Kaloran coming on to serve. Service here by Kaloran, back right corner. Lobos will set up Miller through that double block for the kill. You had Santrum in that block and also Von Bank, and somehow splitting it the entire way there was Miller as she earns her first kill here of this second set. Stay tuned once we eventually get to our post-game show. We'll name you our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. We'll also hear from a victorious precipitant or two along the way. This one will be hit out of play now, 4-1 in favor of the Lobos. And talking with Coach Craig Poole earlier and alongside Coach Jill Dunn, they mentioned, passing is always at a premium, but especially here inside the Raider Dome. Kaloran set up. This will be Satcham. Good job keeping that ball up as Steffes. Now it's going to be through the block for the kill with Rasmussen. Rasmussen with her sixth kill of the match. It's now 5-1 Lobos. Well, just like they did in the first set, getting up 5-1 on our City of Hope scoreboard. Richmond with the dig. Kaloran back set. Here comes Iris. That'll be out of play, and a point awarded here to the Lobos. Lobos up now 6-1 here in the second set. Service with Nora Delabar. Back left corner, Hannig's pass, and that'll be out of play. And the ace here for LLM. Nora Delabar will get the fifth ace as a team right now, and it's all Lobos to start this second set. Nora Delabar. That one will just hit off the top of the net. Kaloran has to push this one over on the third. Delabar covers tight at the net. Rasmussen with the push. That goes over Kiana Leroux to keep it going here. Now to Richmond into the net for the kill. Into the net for the point here for the Lobos. And Craig Poole wants a quick timeout here in the second. On our City of Hope scoreboard, it's LaMoure-Litchville Marion 8, Maple River 1. It's high school volleyball tonight on your liveevent.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
As we come back here into the second set, the Lobos again flying high in the second with kills so far from Miller, Rasmussen, and Kelly. They've got an ace as well from Delabar, and it is working really nice here for head coach Jill Dunn. Again, their two losses to the teams that played in the state championship at the Bismarck Event Center last November to Northern Cass and Linton HMB so far on this season. Service here by Delabar. That one will come across, and that'll be right in front of us here as the point will be awarded here to Maple River. First service here of the second set for the Lobos. Raiders on to serve with Richmond. Iris, back left corner. Nora Delabar is there. Back set on the way. Here comes Miller over the block for the kill. Izzy Miller gets her second of the set as LLM with Julia Delabar will come on now and play the front row as Steffes will go out. As the volleyball went underneath here, the bleachers, as they will make sure that that is taken care of. And they always have a second volleyball at the scores table just to make sure, as Nathan Hoots will have to go wash that volleyball off for a second. Kiana Learud pass Kaloran. Now they got to get it across on the third, unable to do so. And as we alluded to, the passing a little bit here in this second set has not been on point for the Raiders, and LaMoure-Litchville Marion has taken full advantage, leading now at 10-2. Their largest lead, either of the first or now the second set. Coming across on that play was Satrom. It's going to be a tough one for defenses as this continues when you have Hannig on the outside and Satrom both tall and can really have a good right-handed swing at it. Satrom earns the kill here on the side out for Maple River. Stella with her third of the match, as Maple River will come up on front with Morgan Wilm. Service into the game as this will be Richmond. And that'll be a point on the way here for Maple River. So for Coach Craig Poole, Lila will come on here. The sophomore at 5'5", with a jump serve. That'll be into the net and point awarded here to the Lobos. Coming back in will be Kiana Learud will come back into the game now for the Raiders. Service by Van Eden. This will be out of play. And the forced service there here for the Lobos, as Maple River will come on. Haley Bassett, the sophomore, also a setter here for Coach Poole's club. Trying to get an ace, and she does. So trailing it at 11-4. Maple River slowly coming back now. Third ace of the match for Maple River. Bassett right-hand side. This will go off of Delabar. Van Eden with the set up and over on the third, as this will come right on top of the stage here in Maple River. The point awarded here for the Lobos. Well, coming across with Nora Delabar, her fourth of the match. It's now 12-6. Service by Rasmussen goes short. Set up Bassett, left-hand side for the kill. Morgan Wilm gets her first of the second set. Give Haley the assist. Maple River back within 5. Raiders to serve here with Addison Hannig. Steffes. Lobos, middle. That'll come, and that'll be a point. Oh, we're pretty much right into your living room there, as that was going to be Bailey Kelly for it here for the Lobos. She will earn her 5th kill of the match, as we have said multiple times throughout the years here in Tower City. When it comes to volleyball, you are in the hot box on the stage here in Tower City. Back set, Kaloran. This one over the double block will come all the way back over to the Raiders side. Kiana sets up Bree. 10-foot line has to adjust, and we'll have a net violation here on the Lobos. Raiders earn the point in the side out, but what Maple River is going to need to do is find a little bit of a run that LLM had. Up 8-1 before Coach Craig Poole called that timeout. Since then, been more balanced back and forth for both teams since that timeout. Kiana to serve, back right corner. Delabar sets it up to the outside. This will go Miller, one-on-one. Kiana there with the dig. Now for the Raiders, Richmond off the block, and Lobos here will back set on the way. This will be coming down the line after the hit by Kelly. Raiders, Iris Richmond up and over on the double block. Van Eden with the cover. Steffes sets. Here comes Delabar, who is blocked by Bree. Kaloran earns her first block. That's resulted in a point straight up at the net. 13-9 here in favor of the Lobos. Kiana, this one will go short. Rasmussen there. Back set, Kelly. This one kept alive. Good cover on the way here for the Raiders as they volleyed over. Then on the third, where the Lobos go. Van Eden to the middle, over Miller for the kill. So Izzy Miller gets her third kill of the set, and she's kind of been the answer here in this second set so far for the Lobos. Set number one, for those of you that are just joining us, went to LLM 25-19. Maple River back set. Bree Kaloran tips it. Good cover here by the Lobos. Here comes DeLaBar over that double block. No touch at the net. And the point is awarded here to the hometown Raiders. Substitution on the way for Maple River. Jada Von Bank, the senior, will be checking into the contest. Kaloran with the running jump serve. Steffes there with the back set on the way now to DeLaBar. Bree with the bump outside Richmond. Steffes with the dig. Kelly with the set. Here comes DeLaBar off the block, and this one will hit Von Bank. Point awarded here to the Lobos. That'll go to the outside, and Nora DeLaBar will go to the service line. Kiana Lee-Rude with the dig. This one comes across, and we're going to have a point. Kaloran to Satrum, but we're going to have a net violation here on the Raiders. So it'll be 16-10. Lobos will be on to serve here with Nora DeLaBar. As this one will come across and be a service error. It's one thing for the Lobos that Coach Jill Dunn will not be too happy of so far early in this one. The fifth as a unit here for the Lobos in that category. Esther comes on to serve. Steinke into the net, and service error for service error will allow the Lobos to earn the serve right back. Almost trying to put this one to bed here in this second set with one more good run. Maple River, 10-foot line, back set Satrum. Back middle, there's DeLaBar. Lobos push it outside here. Rasmussen keeping alive is Kiana. Now at the 10-foot line, Hamnick has to push it over and into the net. 18-11, but again, the second set started on an 8-1 run before Coach Craig Poole. Timeout will break as well in the second on our City of Hope scoreboard. It's LaMoure-Litchville Marion up by 7.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
On our City of Hope scoreboard, 18-11 in favor of the Lobos here on YourLiveEvent.com in a contest that started just over a half hour ago here from the Raider Dome in Tower City. You can check out our website, YourLiveEvent.com, for more information throughout the week, including our YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show tomorrow night. We'll be joined by Executive Director of the North Dakota High School Activities Association, Matt Fetch, and we'll talk about the 3-class system coming to North Dakota volleyball. That'll be in 2025. So this and next year, the final seasons, at least short term, of having 2 classes of volleyball in North Dakota. We'll hear from Matt Fetch tomorrow night at 7. This one will be out of play, as a point will be awarded here towards Maple River now at 18-12. So service here for Maple River as the Raiders will come on and serve here with Lila Richmond. And it'll be a service there, and the point will go right back here to the Lobos. That'll be the second one of this set here for Maple River. Service by Mia Van Eden will come on. This one kind of knuckles a little bit. Esther there with the dig. Outside, Hanig through the block for the kill. Addison Hanig with her 5th of the set, give Bree the assist, and Maple River right back to the service line. But the Lobos have had the answer in a well-balanced diet to boot as well, with Rasmussen, Kelly, Nora DeLaBar, and Izzy Miller. Service here for the Raiders in Bassett. Van Eden, back set on the way. There's the aforementioned Rasmussen. Bassett does a good job keeping that ball alive. Hanig to the back right corner. DeLaBar that is there. Now it's a push on the way by Rasmussen. This one comes across. Hanig then into the net. 20-13. Kelly again on one side. You got Rasmussen on the other. Then you swing at Delabar and Miller. On the Lobos here, they might not be the tallest in terms of volleyball players, but they understand where they need to go and what they need to do. Backs them the way. Rasmussen gets it over on the third. Here comes Hanig into the middle. Steffes is there. Outside Delabar blocked at the net, but kept up by Rasmussen, and then it's a finished it off here for Maple River. Morgan Wilm earns the point. Maple River sees the Lobos earn it to 20 points. Last set it was 20-16 when the Lobos 5 points away from taking the set. Lobos will come up. This will be off top of the net and a point and kill awarded to LLM's Bailey Kelly. 21-17, the Lobos and the Raiders will play later on this season on the gridiron in football as well in 9-man football. They'll make their way to Hope, North Dakota again for the Lobos. This one gets pushed across by Hanig. Van Eden comes up middle. Good hit by Miller, and Leerud keeps it going, and now they got to get it over on the third for Maple River. They do. Joust at the net, won by Miller. 22-14 LLM. Service upcoming for the libero, and Savannah Steffes, the junior. Middle, set, right hit. Steffes does a good job on a sprawling attempt to keep that one alive, and dumping that one over for the point here will be LLM's Bailey Kelly. Does it again. Makes it 23-14. Service here for Steffes. Leerud. Back set on the way. Killorn over the double block. This one set Kelly up and over. Killorn does a good job getting down to a knee. Now to the outside, Richmond, back right corner. The Lobos outside, Rasmussen for the tip and kill. Make that Nora Delabar, to the outside. Delabar earns her 6th kill of the match. 24-14 right now in favor of the Lobos. Set point upcoming here. Richmond gets it over on the third. Kelly set outside Ras. Make that Delabar. That'll be out of play. And Maple River will be going to the service line. Kiana set to serve here for the Raiders. At 24-15 right now. Leroux gets that one across. Van Eden back set Kelly. Hanig with the dig. Tied at the net. Maple River has to get it over. They do by Satrum. Here's Steffes in the back to Kiana. Quick push on the way. Iris Richmond over on the third. The Lobos come up Miller, and she will hit that one into the net. So 24-16. Coach Jill Dunn across the way here for LLM. Service on the way for Kiana. Service down the line. Delabar with a good dig. Set here. We're going to have a double hit here from the Lobos. So 3 good points by Maple River and some solid serves here by the senior and Kiana Leroux. As Kiana will continue to serve into the middle. This one high into the ceiling and the rafters. And that's going to be another point here for Maple River. So we said Maple River would need a run, but they have used it on their very last point of the match before they can give up anything. Still not going away here. Service continues by Leerud into the back. Rasmussen there with the dig. Steffes now at the 10-foot line. Van Eden just volleys it over on the third. Where do the Raiders go? They go to Satrum for the kill. Stella with her 4th of the match. And another point here. We might see a timeout by the Lobos. 5 straight here by Maple River in this second set. As Kiana will come on to serve into the net, and that'll do it here by 25-19. That was the first set and the second set. Final score here. The Raiders trimmed it from 24-14, but they fall short in this second. Lobos going for the sweep ball for Maple River. They're looking to keep this one alive, and we come back here from the Raider Dome.
Dakota Heritage Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Agri Valley Insurance is a local independent insurance agency located in LaMoure and Arthur. They specialize in providing coverage for your crop, hail, farm, home, auto, and commercial requests. Agri Valley Insurance has access to many different companies and will work hard to provide for your specific needs. Go to agrivalleyinsurance.com or call your local office in LaMoure or Arthur for a free quote or to discuss your insurance requests. Agri Valley Insurance wishes the best of luck to the area local teams.
Hey growers, when working on your water management solutions, call Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. They are your water management contractor, helping you with tile drainage plans, service drainage plans, or both. Remember, water management is a lifetime investment. Call Chad 701-430-0182 to get your water problem solved. For more information, follow Chad's Excavating on Facebook. For tile drainage and service plans, call 701-430-0182. Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Here on YourLiveEvent.com, Maple River and LaMoure-Litchville Marion, an update for you as Lisbon and Napoleon Gackle Streeter. It's 2-0 Lisbon on our out-of-town scoreboard, 25-18, 25-12 Broncos. Linton HMB makes quick work of the Richland Colts here this evening, 25-16, 25-10, and 25-17. Those are some of your out-of-town scores here. And Hankinson and Sisseton even at one set apiece heading to the third. Here going to the third set on YourLiveEvent.com, Nora Delabar, Bailey Kelly, Tessa Rasmussen, all having really good nights with Izzy Miller here for the Lobos. For Maple River, Addison Hannig with 5 kills to lead the floor for Maple River. They're just looking for a little bit of extra offensive firepower here with Kaloran, Satcham, and maybe someone else, but it's going to have to start with just a little bit better of passes from Maple River. That's why they got down early in that second set, 8-11. Then they got trailing it 16-10, 20-14, and eventually succumb in the same score as they did in the first set, 25-19. We get ready for the third set here on YourLiveEvent.com. LaMoure-Litchville Marion out of District 5 in Region 3. 3 state titles in program history. They won them in a row in 15, 16, and 17 over 3 different teams in Langdon area in 15, RE Deemers in 16 in 5 sets, and then sweeping the Tommies in 2017. For the Maple River Raiders, this is their 3rd year as a co-op now from a volleyball standpoint with the Maple Valley Hope Page school districts, and for girls and boys basketball, 2nd year that they've had the co-op when it comes to football. Service on the way for the Lobos with Bailey Kelly to get this third set underway. Kaloran, Kiana Leroux needs to knock it over on the third, as she does. Steffes, this one outside Delabar. Leroux, they got to muscle it across. Kiana is able to do so. Steffes, Delabar with the pushover on the third, and she might have ran into the net, and that'll be a point awarded to Maple River. I'm going to say going underneath the line that time was Delabar. So for the first time here, to start off a set, Maple River will take the first point on our City of Hope scoreboard. Service upcoming for Kaloran. Good looking spot, Delabar. Set up, this one will go Miller for the kill. Izzy Miller with her 5th kill of the night. We're knotted at 1 apiece. First tie since it was 7-7 in the first set. Service by Delabar. Kaloran set up outside. We'll have a miss hit here by Cindy Heim. That'll be 2-1 Lobos. Lobos will continue to serve here with Nora Delabar. This will be into the middle. Kaloran sets Satcham. Nice looking dig by Delabar, but a better hit here by Maple River. Stella with her 5th kill the match. And Esther will come on to serve as now it's 2-2. Esther, back right corner. Lobos, Kelly outside Rasmussen down the line and a good-looking spot. Give Kelly the assist. Give Rasmussen the kill. It's now 3-2 Lobos. There's different variations here for LLM where they can hurt you on the volleyball court here this season. Izzy Miller. Back left corner, Esther gets down to a knee. Kaloran sets Satram. Oh, what a hit. That leaves an indentation here into the new floor in Maple River. Tied at 1, tied at 2, and now tied at 3. That's what Maple River needed there. A little timeout in between sets. This is the best start for Maple River here in the first, second, or third set. Kiana Leerud on to serve. Lobos into the back. Steffes. Esther with the dig. Kaloran set up. Hyam able to get it over on the third. Lobos back set on the way up and over on the hit. This would be by Brooklyn Braun for the kill. The junior getting some playing time here in the third as she'll earn the point. Just as we say that, she checks out. And Mia Van Eden on to serve. We got a little bit of a sweat spot on the floor here for the Raiders. Kelly Room make sure that's all good to go. Lobos to serve here with the sophomore. As Mia will come on. Maple River outside here. Hannig hits that one into the net. It's now 5-3 LLM. Mia will continue to serve here for the Lobos. This one will be out of play. Lobos with their 6th service error of the night. Set 1 started a 5-1 run for the Lobos. Set 2 at 8-1. So as we mentioned, Maple River doing a better job here of a start in a particular set as Rasmussen hits this one over on the third. Outside upcoming Hannig, and this will be a 1-2 ricochet, able to earn the points. And Ann Hannig earns her 6th kill of the match. We're tied at 6 apiece. Make it 5 apiece, on our City Hope scoreboard. Haley continues to serve for the Raiders. Coming up middle is going to be Delabar. Julia, great spawn attempt by Leroux to keep that one across, then pushed over by Hannig. Outside Rasmussen with the tip. Hannig trying to muscle this one over, unable to do so, and the point aborted to the Lobos. This still was very reminiscent to what we saw in the first set, where it was tough from both teams to earn some points. They had to earn it. Then the second set, just some miss hits by the Raiders, which allowed the Lobos to really get out in front. Now it's kind of the opposite here. A couple of service errors has allowed this to be tied up again at 6. So tied at 1, 2, 3, 5, and now 6 here in this third set. Hannig to serve. This one comes across. Van Eden sets it up. Back middle. Back left corner. That'll be out of play after the hit here by the Lobos. Raiders take the lead. Trying to get this one to a 4 set here in Tower City tonight. Hannig to serve. Steffes with the dig. This one will come. Little miss set here as they were trying to go for Kelly. Rasmussen was trying to cover, unable to do so, and the Raiders lead it by 2. Service will continue here by the junior in Addison Hannig. Steffes, Van Eden, back row. Rasmussen gets it over on the third. Set up middle. This one pushed left-hand side by Morgan Wilm. A push for a push then by the Lobos. Maple River, cross corner, the hit by Kaloran. This one pushed across them by Kelly. Trying to earn the dump kill now for the Lobos here. Just bump it over on the third by Delabar. A chance for the Raiders to use it. Back set, Kaloran off her back right heel. Just got a little bit off balance and rhythm there after the set by Bissett, and a point goes towards the Lobos. Service by Steffes. Set up for Miller. Doing a good job was Wilm getting ready for that one. Now it's Iris Richmond off the block. Lobos keep this one alive. Here goes Delabar just over the net. Kiana Leerud with the bump. Outside, here goes Kaloran. Back right corner. Rasmussen there with the cover. Back set comes Kelly. Hanig with the dig as this one goes back across the Lobos set. Middle, Miller off of Leerud, but we're going to have a violation here. And it's going to be on Maple River. Tied at 8. Into the net here for the Raiders. 8 apiece on yourliveevent.com from the Raider Dome here in Tower City. Service by Steffes. And Maple River will take it back to the service line. Coming on to serve here for Maple River, Morgan Wilm. So far for the Raiders, 4 aces on the night. LLM with 5 in that category. And we'll have a service error. We'll make it 5 now for Maple River, their first in this third set. Well, the old adage in sports, who's going to go on and make that run? That's what we're waiting to see now here in the third. Knuckler across, Kiana Leerud. Set up, here goes Stella Satrom. Blocked at the net by Miller. 1-on-1, and Miller earns the point. Now 10-9. Those can be rally killers or rally stoppers in volleyball. Kelly to serve, Hanig with the dig. This one goes to the back. Satrom does a good job hitting that one over on the third. Raiders set up. Here goes Bree, back left corner. Kelly pushing it across. Hanig trying to cover. Then it goes into the stage. And as we mentioned, who would go on a little bit of a run? Well, make it 2 consecutive points here for the Lobos. Largest lead for Maple River in this set at 8-6. And this is the largest lead here for the Lobos right now in this set. Backs on the way. Kaloran tip. Delabar keeps it alive, and Steffes is unable to get that one over on the third. Really good hustle, though, by the Lobos as Kaloran goes to the service line. Cindy Hyam, the senior at 5'10", will play up front with Iris Richmond, and alongside with her, you'll have Stella Satrom. Kaloran to serve. Rasmussen with the dig, backs it on the way. Delabar. Wilm keeps it alive. Hyam keeps it alive, and Kaloran gets it over on the third. Lobos back set. Brooklyn trying to earn the kill, and she does. Brooklyn Braun with her second one of the night. Lobos back up by 2. Service here for LLM and Nora Delabar. Raiders will come here with Kaloran. This one comes across court. Good-looking spot here by Sydney Heim for her first kill of this third set. And the Raiders with a chance to tie this one again in the third. Service on the way here for Esther. She does already have 1 ace on the night for the Raiders. Back left corner's Delabar. Kelly with the set to the outside, and I'll see if we get a violation here into the net. We will. Rasmussen hitting that one into the coming across, hitting that one in the net, and now it's 12 apiece. So neither squad has pulled away from the other here. Nip and tuck in the third. Rasmussen. That one comes across with Miller. Heim sees that one out of play here for Sydney, and the Lobos will earn the point. Service coming here for Izzy Miller. Miller, the senior. Leerud to Bree. This one will be off the block. That'll be a good hit by Stella Satrom, and it's 13 apiece. Stella, the junior, right now having herself a really nice evening. With her and Addison Hanig both having another year in this system for Coach Poole and the Raiders. Kiana Leerud on to serve. To the outside, here goes Delabar. That'll be hit into the net by Julia. And the Raiders regain the lead for the first time since it was 9-8 Maple River. Kiana with a running jump serve to Nora Delabar. This will come middle. Rasmussen with the tip. Good job on the cover by Bree. And now from the 10-foot line, Kiana Leerud, just a little bit too much muscle on that one, and it's 14 apiece. High school volleyball 2 months from now. We'll be talking districts into regions. About 2 months and a little over a week from the state tournament in Fargo. This one will be blocked at the net by Hanig. The 1-2 combination of Kelly and Julia DeLaMoure there to bring up that block. And the Lobos regain the lead. Van Eden with the serve, and that one will be the points. Make it 16-14. Lobos to serve. Van Eden, Esther, Kiana, push. This one will be at the 10-foot line for Hanig, and that'll be in for the kill. Addison Hanig with a good spot, her 7th of the match. 16-15, just about to say neither team in this third set is led by more than 2 on our City of Hope scoreboard. Bissett to serve, back left corner. Rasmussen is there. The pass to go Van Eden, and then that one unable to get it across with Kelly. Tied at 16 apiece. Both teams have to clean some things up here in this third set. Service continues here by Bissett. Van Eden backs it on the way. This is Rasmussen, and that'll be in there for a kill. Tessa Rasmussen with her 8th of the match. It's now 17-16. Service here for Rasmussen. This one will be Esther Stanke across the way. Hanig calls for it now to Kaloran. Running, able to get that one across on the tip to the outside. Here's DeLaMoure blocked at the net. Maple River trying to get that one over quickly, unable to do so. And a couple of back-to-back points now here for the Lobos. Nora DeLaMoure with the kill, and Coach Craig Poole wants a timeout. We'll break with him on our City of Hope scoreboard. The Lobos up by 2 with the serve when we come back.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
For baseball fans out there, the Minnesota Twins pick up another win in Cleveland tonight, now 8-3. Griffin Jacks picks up the victory. So the Twins are pretty much around the cycle, and had a grand slam by Royce Lewis yesterday. Twins pick up the victory, inching closer to that AL Central title here in September. Here in September for volleyball, got a lot left in front of you in North Dakota. 18-16 after the timeout by Coach Poole. The Raiders will have one remaining. Leerud, this one will come middle. Hit on the way, and Kelly with the block. One-on-one opportunity with Morgan Wellman. Kelly wins the match. Largest lead of the set for either team. Service here for the Lobos will be an ace. Now 20-16, and Rasmussen earns that one, her 3rd of the match here for the Lobos. 4 consecutive points by LLM. Hanig, this one set outside Kaloran, off the block. Lobos push it to the outside. DeLaMoure off of Wilm, and that'll be a point. 21-16. So after the timeout, 3 straight points here by the Lobos. Service for Tessa Rasmussen. Hanig. This one will come across here for Wilm, able to get that one over on the 3rd. Steffes with the cover. Into the middle, DeLaMoure just bumps it over. Maple River with Wilm, pushes it outside. Hanig, left-hand side, that'll be out of play. And now an opportunity on the way here for the Lobos to try to put this game to bed. 10-foot line, Wilm volleys it over on the 3rd. Van Eden, back set. Here comes DeLaMoure cross court. Good job by Bissett on the cover. Here goes Kaloran down the line. Rasmussen is there, pushed over by Van Eden. Esther does a good job, hustling some ground. Hanig, no touch. That'll be out of play, but a really good opportunity and a really good hustle play here by the Raiders. And we got another timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. The Lobos, since it was 16-16, have rattled off 7 straight points on our City of Hope scoreboard.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
As we come back here on our City of Hope scoreboard, work and play in Hope, North Dakota. From job listings and housing options, go to hopend.com. That's hopend.com. 23-16 LLM service by Rasmussen into the net. That'll be the 8th service error of the match here for the Lobos. And for Maple River, to the service line goes Hannick. Addison Hannick will be on to serve. This one will come into the middle. Steffes there with the dig. Lobos backs on the way. Delabar cross court on the hit. Maple River to the outside. Here's Kaloran looking for the tip, unable to get that one across. And now it's match point here for the Lobos. This time the Lobos were here. Maple River was down 24-14, and they fended it off for 5 straight points. Steffes serve. Leerud with the dig. Set middle. Wilm one-on-one off of Miller for the kill. Morgan Wilm will earn her second of the match, now 24-18. The Raiders back to the service line here with the aforementioned junior. Wilm the serve. This will be by Rasmussen. Kelly to the outside. Here's Miller into the net. Or will we have a point here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion? We will. We'll have a net violation here on the Raiders. So it'll go final in a sweep. 25-19, 25-19, and 25-18 for the Lobos in a volleyball match that goes 1 hour and 3 minutes here tonight in Maple River. On your City of Hope scoreboard, Tessa Rasmussen with 8 kills. Nora Delabar the same as well. Rasmussen with 3 aces for the Lobos. For Maple River, Addison Hannig with 7 kills, and Stella Statram with 7 kills as well. The Lobos improved to 7-2 on the season. Up next, a game with the Oaks Tornadoes on Thursday in LaMoure for the Maple River Raiders. They'll open up their Region 1 volleyball play as they will host the Lisbon Broncos in 48 hours right here on YourLiveEvent.com. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, RDK Enterprises Feature Precision Play of the Match, and more upcoming here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Located on the beautiful Goose River in Hillsboro, the Goose River Golf Club offers both recreational and experienced golfers a great round. It's a 9-hole course open to the public, located right off exit 104 on I-29. The Goose River Golf Club in Hillsboro offers annual memberships for singles and families, also college memberships, first-time memberships, and outside 30-mile radius of Hillsboro membership available as well. Men's Day is Wednesday, Ladies' Day is Tuesday. You can learn more about getting on the Goose River Golf Club, GooseRiverGolfClub.com.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley School Districts. If you're interested in an egg loan, real estate, consumer, or commercial loan, Hometown Community Bank can serve you. Give DeWitt a call at either branch location in Page or Fingal. Ask Janine about the competitive certificates of deposit or money market rates. Hometown Community Bank is a community bank and proud of the communities they serve, and they wish the best of luck to the Maple River Raiders for many years moving forward with the co-op. Hometown Community Bank is a member of the FDIC.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
As we come back on our post-game show, joining us now from the Lobos, that's their head coach, Jill Dunn, as they improved to 7-2 on the season. Really nice start for both set 1 and set 2. You guys get up early. We talked about the passing. It needed to be crisp. It was here tonight from your point of view. Joe, what did you like in your 3-set sweep of the Raiders here on the road?
Yeah, definitely our serve receive was a key to the game. That way we could run our offense and have a quick offense. Our setters didn't have to run all around the court. But yeah, it was nice to see that serve receive right away, getting good passes, really jump-started our offense. We could get big kills up there, big hitters, and just kind of go from there.
And starting it off right off the bat was Tessa Rasmussen. She really got going early, one of your seniors on this year's team. What has she provided so far early on in this season and tonight?
Just an aggressive go-getter mentality. Her serves are rockets, and then really good at finding spots on the court when she's up there to hitting corner, line, or cross shots, whatever we need her to do up there. She finds the spots and gets kills.
Do you feel like you have balance between whether it's Miller, Rasmussen, Delabar, Kelly? We saw Brooklyn Braun get some opportunities there in the third. Julia Delabar was playing out there throughout the match. Do you feel like you have just a balance of hitters, whether it's mid, outside, or even in the back row attacking sometimes?
Yes, definitely. All of our hitters are, yes, they have their position, but they're really good at swinging from different spots on the net, and we like to do that to mix things up, I guess. And yes, using the back row attack has really become one of our go-tos too. When we're a little out of system, we always have good back row options to use, and proven our point that you can definitely get kills and aggressive plays right from the back row too.
Final thing for you, Jill. I know maybe a Mia Van Eden doesn't get all the credit, or Savannah Steffes at time, but those two were scrappers and they were diving on the floor. It was fun to see them play that back row a little bit. How much does that provide confidence for everybody else on the floor, knowing that, hey, if you get a dig, someone's going to go chase it, maybe get some popcorn along the way in the front row, but that ball's never necessarily going to be down on the court.
Right. We talk a lot about trust. We got to trust our teammates, and I think we have good defenders back there, so we can trust our defenders back there to go after it and not quit. And we have some, Mia and Savannah are pretty speedy back there too. It might just about hit the ground, but then they get right under it and pop it right up. So it brings a lot of momentum and a lot of confidence in the team where they can trust their teammates back there.
Jill, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck in your district game coming up Thursday night against Oaks.
Yep, thank you.
We're back after this. We'll hear from Tessa Rasmussen here on your live event.
Are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Mother Nature can strike at any time, and Irie Insurance is here to help. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
Home insurance, auto insurance, crop insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote.
As we come back on our post-game show, our Enbridge Energy of the game. That is Tessa Rasmussen with us here from the Lobos. Life takes energy. That is Enbridge Energy for Life. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Tessa, you got rolling early on in the first set there, able to get a couple of kills. I always ask it from a basketball point of view, what's it like to get that first one or two, in the hoop, but from a volleyball player perspective, when you get those one or two first kills early on, what does that do for a hitter, whether you're coming from the outside or the middle in volleyball?
I think it sparks the team for a fast start, and we just get rolling right away when someone gets a good kill. So it brings energy to the team.
And a really nice season so far for you guys. 7-2, your two losses to the two teams that made it to the championship last year in the state, and Northern Cass and alongside Lytton HMB. What have you liked from your club start so far to get to that championship match in Northern Cass and the invite in August, and so far really just finding a groove here early on in September?
Starting with energy. I think if we bring energy every game, we'll play our own game, and we'll go good from there. And just playing our game, I guess, we'll get us far.
Do you feel like between you, between Nora, between Izzy, anybody that's at the net, that on any given night someone can maybe have the big hit or the big play for this team with the balance that you kind of have, 1 through 7, 8, so to speak, in the rotation?
Yeah, we can all really hit, so if one's off, I guess another one steps in, so no one has to really worry if we're going to be down or up, or we'll all just play together and pretty much is even playing, I guess.
What do you want to see most from this team? There's still a lot of volleyball left. There's still a lot of matches to be played. A good one coming up in 48 hours against Oaks. But, Tessa, what do you want to keep from this team getting better a little week by week moving forward here?
Staying aggressive on offense and going after everything on defense, I think will really get us to get those wins on the hard games and just bringing energy every game and a fast start.
Tessa, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck against the Tornadoes on Thursday.
Thank you.
We're back after this here on your live event.
LaMoure Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Check out their latest selection of Milwaukee tools, from M18 fuel impact wrenches, new cordless 70K BTU heaters, chainsaws, and more. There's over 250 Milwaukee tools to choose from. Plus, browse their sweet pickins section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. LaMoure Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more info on all the services LaMoure Hardware offers, go online to LaMoureHardware.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
As we continue on our post-game show, let's get to our Artie Cantor feature precision play of the match. Well, that was just the really good starts by the Lobos. 5-1, as we mentioned, in the first. They got up 8-1 in the second, and they at one point tied at 16 apiece, went on a 7-0 run late in the third to win it in straight sets. 25-19, 25-19, 25-18. That little run there is our Artie Cantor Prizes feature precision play of the match, with locations in Hillsboro and Drayton for precision planting updates, information, and questions throughout your harvest season. Contact the folks at Artie Cantor Prizes by visiting planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. Some final stats for you here. Kills again, Nora Delabar, Tessa Rasmussen with 8, 6 by Bailey Kelly, 5 by Izzy Miller, Brooklyn Braun with a couple as well. For the Lobos, 7 aces tonight, 3 by Tessa Rasmussen, and 3 blocks at the net by Bailey Kelly. For the Maple River Raiders, Addison Hannig with 7 kills, Stella Santrum with 7 as well for Stella here tonight, and Bree Kaloran had 3. Couple of aces on the way for Kiana LaRue. The Raiders would finish with 4, and they'd have 3 blocks here tonight for Maple River. Some other scores for you on our out-of-town scoreboard here in Class B. Lytton HMB with a sweep over Richland. Sargent County leads it 2-0 over the Oaks Tornadoes, and last heard Lisbon 2-0 over Napoleon Gackle Streeter. So those are some other scores across the way. And Enderlin with a 4-set win, 3-1 over Strasburg Zeeland. Coming up next for both teams, the Oaks Tornadoes will play coming up here. That'll be on Thursday. While on the opposite side for Maple River, they will play a Region 1 contest against the Lisbon Broncos as well. And popping on the headset, join us here before he takes off and gets ready for that Region 1 opener. As we mentioned earlier, that is Craig Poole. And Craig, for the Maple River Raiders, like always early on the season, just the second match. There's always things to clean up, whether it's September or you get to November 1 for crying out loud. But I thought, that second set, you're down 22-14. You climbed it back. You got a nice little run there. A nip and tuck the entire way in the third set. Just maybe a clean pass 1 or 2 times was one of those things that maybe was a rally killer tonight. But overall, again, a quality club that you're going up against. It had a lot of balance against the Lobos. Just your thoughts in this home match against LLM here tonight, Craig.
First of all, I was really impressed with them. The Lobos did a lot of really good things. I love their tempo. They've got, and it's something that we're going to be working on throughout. But, as far as their passes, too, they use their hands. They pick things up a couple of times. Our middles just got froze completely on their swings, especially to the pins. We had no idea where they were going, and that's all due to their ball control. They did a great job of attacking, and smart, too. They tipped at the right times. made things happen. We were a little bit out of position, but again, we haven't had that opportunity to even play with somebody at that level yet. I saw some good things from us. You know, I saw a couple of our hitters really taking control, taking charge at times. The passing needs to improve, definitely, though.
Yeah, and the one thing, as you mentioned, sometimes when you're going up against a team that they've already played, now this is their 9th match, even though if some of those are only 3 setters, they've kind of maybe gone through the early season, you know, kind of finding yourself, finding rotation and rhythm. What's the biggest thing the next 48 hours is to get ready for your Region 1 opener? Not to say that this one doesn't matter, but as we all know, the region games hold some more water. They hold some more weight because that's what's going to determine what seed line you're going to be in November in that Region 1 tournament, Craig. But what do you kind of want to see in the next 48 hours from your club before you go up against the Broncos?
You know, there's going to be everything from on the net to off the net as far as defense. You know, we didn't do a real great job on our seam coverage, too. There's going to be things we need to work on now, and we need to be more cognizant of, you know, our pin blockers. We're not setting it real well either, and that was leaving gaps open for the middle for them to get some swings. But they were so consistent all the way across the net as far as swinging. And they served at us. I don't know how many serve-receive errors we had, but there was quite a few, and that's uncharacteristic of us. We've got some really, really good passers. So that little bit will help. And also, you know, it's about just keeping your head up.
Yeah.
You know, you start to see the slumped shoulders and that sort of stuff walking into a timeout, and it's almost like going, no, you're quitting now. No, you're not. Okay, we got to get that head up and get ready to go and push it to the end, you know.
And the one thing, obviously, Stella and Addison, when those two can really get going, that obviously helps. But where's that third musketeer, if you will? Because we know Bree can be that. We obviously know Iris can be that. But as this season continues, who are going to be some players that you're going to rely on, whether they have a spot in their rotation where they might only play for a handful of points if it obviously goes well for your team, but who are going to be some players as the year progresses that you want to see them getting a little bit better throughout the weeks?
You know, I want to see, of course, Bria, I want to see her pick it up a little bit on the offensive end because she's capable. You know, she was just kind of getting into some of her old habits a little bit with wandering and then not being in the right position, but she's more than capable of putting the ball in play. You know, Iris is she's not going to be one of these real dominant hitters, but she's going to find her times and you know, she's just got to clean up some of her hitting errors. And Morgan, of course, Morgan has the ability. She just has to be able to realize that she's got to use her vision a little bit and find those little seams on that middle block because it's there for her, you know, and she is smart. There's no doubt about it. I have faith in that girl. She's going to make things happen.
All right. Was it hot and humid here inside the Raider Dome tonight? That's my last question for you, Craig.
Okay. It's really nice outside, though, right now.
Yeah. That's what we're looking forward to in about 5 to 10 minutes. Craig, thanks so much for your time. We'll see you Thursday night for that Region 1 opener against the Broncos.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.
All right.
Do a great job. Thank you.
That is Craig Poole here, head coach for the Maple River Raiders, with us here on our post-game show, as we will be back again coming up on Thursday night, roughly about a 7:15 first serve, give or take, barring on the C Squad and the JV matches. You can watch that here on yourliveevent.com. Lobos at 7-2 on the season. Raiders drop to 1-1. Thanks to all of our sponsors and everybody tuning in. We are back on Wednesday night for the yourliveevent.com coaches show. Again, volleyball heading to 3 classes in 2025. We'll hear from the executive director of the High School Activities Association, Matt Fetch, tomorrow night at 7 on the yourliveevent.com coaches show. Until then, have a good rest of your Tuesday night.